Performance-wise, he could do a young Han Solo.
Yeah. Han Solo.
Apparently the person they got sucks shit because they had to hire an acting coach after they shot 95% of the movie. Can't you wait for that? The young Han Solo Frankenstein film?
I can't wait. The new Han Solo film is a disaster. And it's going to be a box office disaster. Someone use this footage later when it makes $1 billion. Put a slide whistle next to my fucking face.
How do we explain how this is possible?
According to the Wall Street Journal, people in China aren't that familiar with Star Wars movies.
Hey, this is library.
There you go. Solo did go through some production issues with Ron Howard taking over the direction duties in the middle of production.
The best ad campaign, the best ground game. This is a shot against meritocracy, I think.
Yeah. The other element that people are trying to argue is that Last Jedi just came out in December.
Yeah.
So, there wasn't that much time to build up anticipation for another Star Wars movie.
Wolf, the scene here is so different than it was a few hours ago when people were happy and relaxed. I have been looking around the room at people who are stone-faced. Some of them have been crying.
Where do we stand? This is where we stood coming into the night. 268 to 204.
Solo, a Star Wars story, is opening in theaters this weekend, and even though it's going to make over $100 million, the number is being seen as a disappointment.
Yeah, so it made $84 million over the 3-day weekend. That's way down from the $155 million that Rogue One made, the last standalone Star Wars movie.
Earlier this week, the producers at Access Hollywood found this tape. Of course, it had been sitting on a shelf for over a decade.
And then there are other people who walk out literally saying that was the worst movie I've ever seen. Having those two extremes to me is the mark of the type of movie that I want to make. So.
This is a different Earth today than it was 24 hours ago. It's a different place. Cause it just is different.
It was a rough night for everybody, I think. We're worried. The people are worried,
Take a look at these numbers here. 21% say they'll be concerned. 37% say they'll be scared.
This is the first time throughout this entire race where I'm officially shitting my pants.
So she still has a chance. It's not a good one. We'll take a quick.
Because one issue is that all the other new Star Wars movies all open in December.
Yeah.
So this is the first one to open in the summertime, and of course there's a lot more competition. Like you have Deadpool 2 just came out last weekend. Avengers is still out there.
But even like Harrison Ford's not part of this movie, right? I think that's part of the problem too. I think a lot of people weren't looking forward to this movie going back.
Yeah, like why is this movie?
Exactly.
As a character, he was, he was not so interesting to me.
How did this happen?
Crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying.
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
This was a white lash. A white lash. A white lash. A white lash. I mean, we've talked about everything but race tonight. We've talked about income. We've talked about class. We've talked about region. We haven't talked about race. This was a white lash.
Didn't you ever wonder where your mom and dad learned it all?
What?
You're a wizard.
You white man!
I'm a what?
A
fucking a white male! So? You're a white man!
A white lash.
You're after something. Is it revenge? Money? Or is it
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer.
Give it up for White Spike!
I'm gonna be a pilot.
Hey, Whitey, where's your hat?
Best in the galaxy.
Not you, lady! You stupid white motherfucker!
Hey, kid. I'm putting together a crew.
Push it!